Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Metroid 2 Remake here on the HeavyBaseX channel. Man, this has been a while since I last did this. Anyway, we're here at the distribution center, and last time, before we wrapped stuff up, we took out a Zeta Metroid, giving us only 7 Metroids left in the area. The number, of course, is dwindling down, which means that we are running out of Metroids to face. Normally, in this sort of situation, the less Metroids to face, which is okay, usually means that we've reached the end of the game. But before we do, and before we head towards the very last parts of the game, there is one final thing that we need to do around here, and that is when we get to a certain point, and I will probably say that you will. We're gonna need to do some grinding. As you can see, there's a lot of enemies to face. Jesus, there are a ton of those enemies. But, as you may have noticed, there's a few things here that we may need to address. Of course, that means we're going to get a crucial item coming up here, and the very best thing about this item, it just pretty much doesn't need much of an introduction. The only reason why we need this item in particular is because we're going to be able to access the final parts, not only the final parts of the game, which tricky. Also, by the way, those things would start to kill you. As you can see, the health goes down, which is not a good thing, because holy hell, it just drops like a stone. Anyway, the reason why you probably don't think of it as a normal way of dealing with that is mostly because, well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, the reason why Metroid 2 Remake here got taken down was because Nintendo was officially announced that they were going to do Return of Samus, which, as of recording, is out today. And thankfully, and I will say thank goodness, it has been receiving some pretty much some universal acclaim. It is basic classic Metroid at its finest once more. The game is ridiculous. The game is actually pretty intense. I would say it's treated as a different Metroid than before, except now we got more power-ups and stuff. But that's more importantly here. Anyway, this is a puzzle bit here. You may have noticed. We're also gonna need to go back up there and get that energy spear. Now, when we went to the energy distribution the first time, we activated the switch, which then launches these power orbs, these power orbs. Oh, it's conveniently they're shaped and treated like footballs in this game. Bouncy, physics-breaking footballs. Essentially, what you're probably going to do, and we're going to be doing this quite a bit, is because there are a lot of these football things around the previous areas, and our job is to go collect all the goodies that are there. Which also includes revisiting a few places, but this one in particular, we power up this door, we now go this way, and it just pretty much gives you a few pointers. There are ways you can't go forward naturally, but you have to rely on those doors. Also, don't trust those, otherwise they're going to go off, and if they go off, you get a ton of damage, not a good sign. Also, just don't do as I did there, which is pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Anyway, your reward is basically get to another door, and here lies the moment of truth. The screw attack. This basically is the best upgrade. Combines the space jump with the screw attack to become this really ridiculously powerful move that literally makes you invincible, but completely crap in this game because you're going, oh boy, you're going up against some very tough Metroid. Essentially, these things no longer are your issue, and that's the best thing about it. Now that we have the screw attack, we now can go back through the previous areas, which are screw attack based blocks. As you can probably see, if you do so, you can now go through these blocks without no problems whatsoever, which is excellent, and we can progress. We can just basically do this, and we can find our way back. No problem whatsoever. And no need to use the power-up anymore, because, you know, we're just doing that. Just don't need to go there yet. But now that we're doing that, I believe it's high time that we decided that we went ahead and did a bit of backtracking. Oh, I'm holding still for some reason. Maybe because I wanted to get some other stuff. But anyway, let's go back to where we were before. Now that we have the screw attack, we can proceed to go back several areas. And I believe we can now go ahead and get that item that we couldn't get before. The one that was blocking the door. And if we can do that, we will be good, right? Yeah, of course. So now that the screw, we're not doing that yet. We can now go up here, which is a brilliant shortcut, by the way. Takes us right to where we were. We can just go straight up here, which is nothing because this entire chamber is basically full of screw attack blocks. Not a bad thing, right? So anyway, head up here, run for the door, and this is the distribution center itself. These are full of pipes. Let's go back. Before we do so, we're gonna open the way back. We're gonna open a nice handy shortcut that'll make things a little bit easier on ourselves, and it'll make backtracking a heck of a lot easier. Believe me, it will be taking some. So we're gonna do some physics. Sometimes the physics is not your best friend in this game. Sometimes the ball cannot be unresponsive, and sometimes the ball just doesn't do exactly as you tell. But I'm not gonna diss on freaking Dr. M64 on this one. He knew exactly how to make people excited, especially if this is like an alternate continuity. I don't really mind as much. It's just basically playing Metroid 2. He's actually pleased with the actual one that Mercury Streams produced. Mercury Streams, aka the ones that did the Lords of Shadow trilogy. The only good game in that Lord of Shadows trilogy, as no surprising, was the first. Everything else, mess. So anyway, now that we open the door, we can go back the way we came. That's right. Of course, we can just pop out there and probably carry on as normal. It'll take us to right here. Gives us access, but that's not what we're gonna do. That's not what we're gonna do. In fact, we're gonna take advantage of one of these tunnels now. You already saw how these interesting little these distribution nodes give us. So if we take this one, for instance, we go across the map and we go back to the tower. Yeah, we're back at the tower. See? What's the point? Go back through caves and all that shit when these tunnels literally do it for us. Also, this could pretty much saves a lot of time and, you know, saves a lot of pain, because normally you can't go through them. So we have these doors. Now we can go through here and collect these very few power-ups that we couldn't get before, which probably includes not surprising, that super missile pack that we couldn't do because there was a power bomb block, and not because I forgot to get it earlier. Anyway, as I mentioned before, the screw attack completely screws everything over, which makes it really good. If you want my first thoughts on the game, I have to say that Metroid Return of Samus is a different. The new one is a different remake than most planned. It feels like it feels like that. It kind of feels like that Mercury Stream wanted to do I don't know. They wanted to do a Fusion remake, but they couldn't before. So they were told to do the Metroid 2 one, which technically is the first part of that saga, and then just, you know, the events of what Samus did, the death of the Metroid Queen, wiping out the Metroid race, essentially what essentially gives way to a bigger threat, the X, and how Samus nearly wiped out the entire galaxy. That was her greatest mistake. Glad that she actually rectified it, and I am technically looking forward to seeing a Fusion remake. But everyone wants to see a new Metroid. I mean, can Fusion do that? I'm probably sure, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we're done here because we actually picked up that one item that we couldn't get before. So that pretty much is going to be the wrap up of this video. We are going to go back to previous areas. As you can see here, we can use this distribution node to go back the way we came, back to the distribution center. So that's one way of putting it. Before we have the ability to go forward, we're gonna have to get something as well. Kind of important. So maybe we're gonna go ahead and find that safe room there. These things are no longer the threat they are. Although I don't know why they why these things are super missile proof, but anyway, that's probably gonna be it for now. Next time on Metroid 2 Remake, I think we should do something about that, lack of mobility in water. I think we should conquer that first. See you next time.